Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I am out on a hunting trip and I thought this would be a perfect scenario to give you guys a look at my truck camping setup. So here we go. You guys have already seen a review of the Gazelle T4 tent. It's one of the most popular videos on my channel and I'm sure it's what brought a lot of you subscribers here. This is my very favorite tent for when you don't have to hike it a ways. It weighs quite a bit, like, well, I don't remember how much it weighs, but it's super quick to set up. I wouldn't want to pack it into the backcountry, but it sets up in like 60 seconds and it is ready to go. Don't usually stake it into the ground unless it's going to be windy. It doesn't usually need it, especially back in the woods like we are here. Let me take you inside though and show you what I've got going on for my sleep system. All right, here we go. And the base layer is this REI sleeping pad. This is the Camp Bed XL, and I absolutely love this thing. This makes sleeping in tent as close to as comfortable as sleeping in your own bed as possible. We used to use an air mattress in here until we bought some of these, and these are 100 times easier to set up and a whole lot more comfortable than an air mattress. It doesn't lose air in the night and sag. And two of these can fit really easily side by side in this tent with room left over for gear. When I'm camping, I like to be as comfortable as possible. So this is my Tempur-Pedic pillow from home. If I can have it, I'm gonna have it. And it makes sleeping in the tent a whole lot more comfortable. Around it, you'll see I've got this sleeping bag liner. This is a Sea Summit sleeping bag liner. This is my newest piece of camping gear. I've slept in it for one night and I can tell you I love it. Using sleeping bags, especially lightweight down sleeping bags like this, you get kind of a sticky, sweaty feeling even when it's cooler. And this completely eliminates that. Speaking of the sleeping bag, this is a Big Agnes North Fork 35, decently warm sleeping bag. It's comfortable down to about 50 degrees on its own. Last night was about 40, so having the sleeping bag liner definitely helped. I didn't wake up because I was cold whatsoever. It was very, very comfortable. That's my sleep system. Pretty simple. Oh, for the sleeping pad, I don't want to carry around a battery-powered pump. These quick flow pump sacks, this is also from REI. These make it super easy. All you do is hook this end into the bed and it's got an adapter here for a different size. But a quick blow into there and it's inflated, and then you just squeeze it to get the air out. Now, my one complaint is that there's a one-way valve here and a one-way valve on the mattress. I kind of wish, in fact, I'll probably cut this one-way valve in here out at some point. There's a whole lot of, well, that blew out the top, but there's a whole lot of resistance to this particular one, and it makes quite a bit of squeezing effort getting it in here, so I'll just use the one-way valve on the mattress and probably cut this one out at some point. But we've been using this pump sack for several years now, and it does a great job. I think that's everything to talk about in the tent. Let's jump outside and I'll show you the rest of what makes my truck camping setup so comfortable. Okay, so when I'm camping and I'm gonna be close to the truck, I think I've said it about 50 times now, I like everything to be as comfortable as possible. I want my wife and anybody camping with me to be as comfortable as possible. So I like to have a good full-size-ish cooking setup. This is a Coleman 2-burner propane stove. Uses these propane tanks you can get at Walmart, and I've got an adapter to refill them. But this thing works super good. Lately, I've been using a 17, I think it's a 17 or a 22-inch Blackstone. I don't remember which one. It's their Adventure Ready model, and the legs fold up and you can take it apart and shove it in the bed of a truck really easily. That is really nice. This time it was just going to be me and my buddy, and this stove is plenty. I picked up this cast iron griddle the other day, and I just got done cooking a batch of heart and eggs on it this morning because I did get a deer, thankfully. And that worked out really well. I definitely like having cast iron when I'm cooking near the truck because it holds heat and cooks a whole lot more evenly than thin, flimsy stainless steel or aluminum cookware. So that is really nice to have. Behind it here, you may be able to see, I've got a 7-gallon water jug. I want to have plenty of water. I don't like drinking out of water bottles. I don't like all the plastic waste. So I fill this before I leave the house, and it usually gets me through a trip. If I need more, I will buy more water in gallon jugs to dump in here, or filter some out of a creek or whatever, which is probably what I'll do this trip. Actually, this 7 gallons I'm sure will do me for the 3 days that I'm going to be here. But that's my water storage. You can see I have the rain fly for the tent here. My jet boil for meals that aren't cooked on this. I always have the jet boil with, even if I'm just truck camping. It boils water super quick and makes those dehydrated meals and coffee and everything else a whole lot quicker. Along with that, I usually bring this great big cooler. I don't remember the size of this Orca. It may not be the biggest one they make, but it's a big one. I can fit 2 deer in here as well as some groceries. So that is great. I've got the smaller 75 quart model that I use for just camping, but when I'm hunting, I want all the space I can get. Let me take you over to my sundries box. All right, and all the rest of everything that I use, I keep in this tote here. I've got a footprint for the tent. There's a percolator coffee maker in here that I use for more than 2 people. And I keep my dry groceries and goods in here, and a full coffee making setup, complete with pour over and hand grinder and all of that. Again, I like everything to be, I said as comfortable as possible. This even bridges into luxurious here. I like to have a full coffee setup. And then I've got my dishes, silverware. I keep dish soap in here as well as this biodegradable wilderness wash from Sea to Summit. If I'm in an area that is more out in the middle of nowhere and not in a designated camping spot or where I have a drain, I like to use this. I don't know if it's actually any better for the ground or whatever than using dish soap, but especially if I'm washing near a stream or whatever, I like to use this stuff. Of course, I always carry some extra toilet tissue, roll of paracord. I do like to have a sponge for washing dishes. I don't have the handle on this one, but it's a Scotch-Brite dish sponge that I keep in there. Again, snacks. This I actually got for backpacking, and I'm probably not going to use it much unless I end up making more full meals in the backcountry. But this is a little kit from MSR. It's pretty lightweight, and it's got a washcloth, a cutting board, a folding spatula, and there's a folding spoon scoop thing in there too. So kind of a lightweight little cook kit. What else is in there? There's a little box in there. I don't remember if that's toothpicks or matches or what that is. Let me take a look. Oh, salt and pepper. I've got salt and pepper in there. That is a seasoning bit, and it's got 2 sides on there. I'm glad to know I have that. Kind of forgot about that. I also have a lighter weight camp quilt. I probably wouldn't backpack with this, but it's nice just to throw over in the evening if you need a little bit more warmth. And that, I think, is about it for this tote. Oh, I've got a pair of gaiters in there too, because I didn't know if I would be wading through anything, through damp grass or anything, but it's pretty dry here. I doubt I'll need those this trip. I also like to keep chairs in the truck, usually an extra. This is a 3-legged deer blind stool, and it is not normally what I bring, but I knew that the times just sitting by the truck would be pretty short. So that is what I have for this time around. I've got 2 of these in there. They don't take up a whole lot of room. Normally, when I'm just camping out of the truck and hiking nearby, that sort of thing, I like to keep full-size folding camp chairs in there that are more comfortable. And that's the rundown on my truck camping setup. right now I'm gonna pack all of this up and get my backpack camping setup ready, because this evening I'm moving to a different spot in a wilderness area that I actually have to backpack into. So look for that video to drop soon. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if there's anything I'm missing or anything else I should add to my setup. Again, I'm not minimalistic at all in my truck camping setup. So if there's something that you guys like to have at camp that makes your lives easier, let me know. I'd love to hear about it. Thanks again for watching. Y'all have a good one.